Welcome to another episode of Thought OPPS. I am one of your hosts. My name is Steel Biz or T or Stilius or whatever my name used to be back in the day. Go ahead. Who we got over there?
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm EJ Bridge, y'all favorite host, the best host on the show, as you know.
Dude, please.
And today we have a special guest. Special guest, please introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? This is Coach Sapp, Extreme Compounds Physique champion, here in the presence of Thought OPPS, and I'm grateful to be here.
Man, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming. We appreciate you being a guest on the show. We're going to have pretty good conversations. We're going to, talk about what's going on. We got, how was y'all week so far? I mean, my week was okay. We just had some people that left from Resentment, the movie that we're supposed to be doing. Two people just left, so we trying to get like kind of deep into that. It was a book that I wrote, so let's see how this idea come out on film. We have some really good people that's gonna be on the in the movie too, and they're gonna deliver well on camera too. Yeah. Go ahead. What was that?
The way you cheese, man. This dude cheesing like a 10-year-old. Like, oh man, my week was like
because real quick. Okay, but it do feel good when people look like the characters they playing.
Oh,
okay, and they can act too. But go ahead. What was your week?
My week was, man, I don't know. I'm dealing with a whole bunch of negative stuff, man. I don't even want to talk about it, but it's the end of the week, new week, next week. Want to give a shout out because by the time this episode come out, it'd be Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there, all the women that are the backbone and do what they can to help raise these children out here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bought my Mother's Day gift today. And the girl that I ain't trying to, because she followed the show, but she was like, not the girl, the lady. She was like, is that all you gonna buy her? She was like, no. She said, what else are you gonna buy her? I'm like, man, this is enough. Like my mother, but I was like, yeah, we're gonna take her out to dinner too. That's like, stuff is so expensive, brother.
Yeah, maybe if y'all like, subscribe, and share, we could
get better Mother's Day gifts.
Yeah, they'll get some money. Get some Mother's Day gifts.
I still got to shop for mine. So that's most of my weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a great week. It's been blessed. Anytime that I feel like I learn a little bit more about myself in a week and I took down one thing that I need to work on, it's good. So
that's excellent.
I can't complain, but I can complain.
Yeah. I tend to complain, so.
Yeah, I tend to complain, but I complain way too late.
Yeah.
After I'm after the whole thing then happened, and I'm just like, maybe I should complain in the beginning so I wouldn't have done what I was complaining about. But I have that a lot where I'm like, man, that was crazy. But it's week 7.
Yeah. Hey, but it's the end of the week, so new week next week.
Yeah, new week next week. We having another guest, Tia, is coming on the show. Tia, you never met her.
No, I haven't met her.
Yeah, she's like a counselor. So she's coming on the show next week, and she's going to talk to her. She got a really good personality. I think you'll like her. Oh, I know you're going to like her. You want to know why?
Why?
What did I tell you about her?
That we both enjoy Tubi movies.
Like, y'all love Tubi movies. Yeah, y'all love them like I love Amazon and Netflix. But yeah.
That's like an old school movie, isn't it?
No, Tubi is indie movies.
More you gotta jump on you gotta jump on the Tubi train, man.
Yeah, I'm on two Tubi. I'm on one Tubi movie and a Tubi show.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm on Amazon too. Yeah.
Oh God,
I need to watch more TV.
More TV.
Make sure he ain't in it.
See, I work from home, so it's kind of like I have no choice.
I like Amazon.
It was like either watch TV. It's either watch TV or watch The Walls. So I'm like, I'm stuck to watching TV. Yeah, so we gonna do the
your
topics
books.
too.
We're gonna do your books.
We're gonna do the books. So we're gonna talk about Biden and Harris using the Kendrick Lamar lyrics on the diss song. We're gonna talk about Kathy Hochul, the New York governor, and she talked about black kids don't know what computers are, and she's offering them something. And we talk about the LeBron investigation where they launched they compared him to a monkey on a poster in a New York school art show. So we're gonna talk about those. I just started and finished this really fast.
That book say trees.
The trees.
Oh, it said the trees.
The Trees, a novel by Percival Everett, who wrote he wrote Telephone, and he also wrote Erasure, which turned into the movie American Fiction.
What kind of trees are you talking about?
Well, the trees is like it takes place. It takes place in a small town, like in Mississippi, called Money, Mississippi. No, it's not that type of trees. Oh, okay. It's like the redneckest town ever. So, in the book, there's like a family. They're pretty racist. The mother, the son, and the father. So, the book starts off where the son actually. They're talking to the mother, his wife comes over, they're talking, she got a bunch of kids too, then they leave. The wife, she goes to, what's the name of that? BJ's. No, she goes to Sam's Club. She goes to Sam's Club, she come back home, she finds her husband in the bathroom dead, with a not a noose, what's that?
Throat slit.
No,
he had necktie.
He had the thing around his neck.
A belt?
No, not a belt. The thing with the little spikes in there. He had the thing around his neck. He was dead. So they killed him with whatever.
Oh, barbed wire.
Barbed wire. He had barbed wire around his neck. So they killed him with a barbed wire. And then he's next to he's a white guy. He's next to some black dude.
And the black dude dead too.
The black dude is dead too, but the black dude doesn't look human. He looks like he's been dead for a long time. And the black dude has, I don't even want to say it on camera. Yeah, it has the man's testicles in his hands. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. And then, fast forward, they found the father the same way. But no, they bring them to the place where when they're doing the embalming, to the coroner or whatever, and the black body disappears. Then they find the black body with his father. The black body kills the father, and then it's crazy because a lot of these races, because a lot of them are racist, they're finding these people being killed throughout the book. And it goes to like different towns. So they have like the FBI come in town. They have like these. They're from like the Mississippi task force. They come in town, like these two black cops, and they're like investigating the crime, and they find a lot of people that a lot of people are coming up dead. So it's like it's either copycatting or whoever's doing it just continually doing it. So a lot of like racist people are coming up dead, and it's happening all around the country. But they're finding them with black bodies, and then they start finding them with Asian bodies too. And the book starts talking about like Trump and a lot of stuff like that, and the one thing I will say about this book, and it's hard to do, it's hard to deliver that. It's funny. Like, I have not read a humorous book in a long time. This book is like really funny. Like the jokes are on point. The jokes are like really good with the cops and the they use the one word a lot though. The
N-word. The
N-word with the ER. They use it a lot.
The hard ER.
Yeah, the hard ER in the whole book. They use it a lot. But and then the people in the book are really like, a lot of the people that's in the small town, they're like really uneducated, and it's kind of like crazy. And then I kind of like the way the book ended. It was a good book. I'm trying not to tell, because it's a mystery, so I'm trying not to tell too much about the book. So it's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's a comedy. It deals with a lot of race relation, and it's mystery comedy deals with a lot of race relation, and also there's a lot of killing in the book.
So it's a book of America.
Yeah, that's what they try to like give off, a book of what's going on in America.
Of this country.
Yeah, in this country. But it's a good book. It's a decent book. I don't know if I like Erasure more, but I got another book by him. He's written like 30 books. Like he had like 30 books published, but I'm gonna read Telephone, and I bought Telephone, and I bought So Much Blue. So I'm reading those books. Now, I got to read this book with a friend of mine. We like, yeah, let's read a book. So he said he want to read something that's kind of like about like a journey type of thing where he talk about like self-motivation type books. So he like, yeah, let's read The Untethered Soul. So yeah, we're supposed to start The Untethered Soul. So I'm like, we're not going to start this till like in 2 weeks. So I'm like, I need to read something else, find something. So I'm probably going to read like either Listen Liberal or Pride and Prejudice, because Pride and Prejudice is like it's a classic, so I'm probably gonna read that. But I don't know, maybe I read Listen Liberal because it talks about whatever happened to the party of the people. So this is a more political book. So it was recommended to me at your job at Extreme Compound by Nina Turner. Senator Nina Turner. She told me to check this book out, so I did order. So shout out to her. She told me to check this book out, so I'm probably gonna end up reading this book. What y'all reading? Y'all reading anything?
You just made me realize I need to read something. I mean, I'm working through the Bible, so that's been a good. I mean, I read my first chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Read and interpreted my first chapter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a project of mine. I've been trying to really understand how to read the Bible without. For some reason, I get tired every time I decide to start reading it.
Yeah.
And I realized I was reading King James Version, this poetic way of reading it.
Yeah.
And then I got a study Bible. So
Okay.
I'm reading the study Bible now, and I'm like, oh. So everybody that's been in the ministry been holding back. I felt some type of way about it.
Okay.
And I'm going to speak out about that.
Uh-oh.
Personally.
Okay.
I feel everybody should know that if you're trying to read the Bible and learn it, the best way to recommend it is like, hey, why don't you read the interpreted version, a study Bible? It's completely different than trying to read King James, what's that, Amplified versions, all those different versions. It's way different.
So it's kind of like a Cliff Note type of.
Exactly that.
I'm going to check that
Which
out.
is easier to understand.
Oh, you got to, because every time you, like, when you grab your book, you like, all right, well, what's going to make me read it? You get some summary on it. You could kind of go at the beginning of the chapter and see, like, you might see separation at the chapter. It might say a little dialogue, even like what is that, like a preface in the beginning?
Preface in the beginning of the book.
So all this stuff from a study Bible, I never knew, and now it's like I'm rolling. So I'm having fun with it, and it's actually fired me up to want to read a little bit more. And then hearing you talk about different ways from mystery to politics, that's pretty dope. I gotta hop on, man.
Yeah, I read an 814-page book this year.
Oh, that's cold-blooded.
A Little Life. Yeah, I read that. That's the longest book I ever read. Before that, I mean, I've read like books that's like 700 some pages, but yeah, I was like, 800. Somebody challenged me to it. She was like, yeah. She's like, read this book with me. So I was like, okay. How many pages? She said 814. I'm like, damn. But I got through it. What?
Man, I'm sorry, people. I reneged on y'all. I said I was going to start reading, and I haven't. I just, mentally, I'm just not there. So I apologize. My apologies. I might surprise y'all next week or something. You never know.
Yeah, so I don't think that I'm gonna, because I wanted to read like 30 books this year, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to them damn 30 books. That's kind of like, and only because I read that 814-page book, like that just like killed, because you see I could read like a couple of days. I could read like a book in like a couple of days. Like it'd be like 200-page book, like 3 days, 300-page book 4 days. But yeah, 840. Yeah, I was like, damn, I was putting that book down, reading other books, coming back to that book.
Well, you get a gold star.
What's your favorite type of book?
My favorite type of book? I don't have a favorite type of book. I would say that I have different. I can't read. I try to read fiction and nonfiction. Fiction and nonfiction. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I try to read like if I read like this, Listen Liberal. After that, I want to read something like The Trees. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to learn, but I do have a favorite type of book. I do have a favorite type of book, because I was talking about favorite type of book though is book on human psychology. That's my favorite type of book. How we think, how we view life, how we how we deal with emotions and things like that.
How we interact with one another.
How we interact with one another. That's my favorite type of book. That's my favorite type of YouTube stuff to watch. That's my favorite, just human interaction and how people deal with each other. Like, I feel like that should have been my major when I was in college, psychology. And then, because it was, that's why probably why I talk to people a lot. That's why we do the show too. I love knowing what people are thinking and how we deal with each other. And I don't like to I don't like to diagnose people, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to understand people. Because everybody's different. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. But personalities are different. Go ahead.
Well, that's why the next segment we about to get to know our guest here.
Okay, so. All right. So we're going to go to that portion of the show because he's trying to rush me. All right, please. Part of the show is interviewing our guests.
Yeah, we better get all up in your business.
Get all up in your business. So how long
questions.
have you been married to...
Hey, he's looking like,
Okay. Now, we know you work in fitness, right?
Yeah.
Talk about your beginning of fitness.
Like, very beginning?
Beginning. Is that like, that ain't when I met you, because I met you.
Nah, professionally or just in life?
In life.
Okay. My family's mostly men, so I don't have a lot of female cousins. So every family gathering that we have is a competition. Every family, I mean, and we hung around each other. We were all like in the same age bracket. I mean, each family out of four sisters, 3 sisters. Everybody had boys. And I had like 3 female cousins on one side and 4 on another, but we had like 13, 14 men.
okay.
So, make a long story short, we always used to, every time we got together, we go to the garage, there'd be a bench press in there, dumbbells on the ground, and it was how many push-ups can you do, how many pull-ups can you do, how many jumpers can you do off of the Fisher Price. So we competed for years.
Okay.
And then fast forward to like when I got older, when I started dialing in and taking it a little serious, because I was like a hipster. I used to, when I was in high school, I was like the Lenny Kravitz damn near. Like I was smoking. I was smoking, kicking it, doing my thing. And I got a girlfriend. She was in college. And I started noticing she was looking at like college football players and stuff like that. Okay. And I was lean. I had little abs. I'm wearing like a London fog jacket. And I had my hair just, dreaded and curly and stuff. So, and I loved her. I was like, that was my first little love. And she broke my heart.
Oh, man. Don't they all?
So you still listen to Lenny Kravitz?
Oh, man, you got to.
I still listen to Lenny Kravitz. It's funny because I shouldn't even say that, but I do have like different playlists on my phone, and Lenny Kravitz said something about how black people don't listen to Lenny Kravitz, right? And I have a playlist on my phone, and I hope this don't sound racist, but I have a playlist on my phone, and it's called White Music, and I got a lot of Lenny Kravitz in there. And this was before he even said what he said, and when I put white music, it's like, what would my white friends listen to? And that's what they listen to. So I put Lenny Kravitz, and I'm like, maybe Lenny is right. I shouldn't do that. What was you about to say?
Dude was cold.
I was about to say, I was just
yeah.
There's a lot of artists. See, my dad used to listen to so many different genres of music, and that helped me out because my grandfather was a saxophone player. So I mean, from Jimi Hendrix to I had a record player, so I was listening to Jimi Hendrix. I was listening to everything.
Yeah. I think Lenny Kravitz is one of my favorite though. But go ahead, you was about to ask a question, E.
No, would you finish? Like,
well, I mean, pretty much that was. I mean, fitness. I got into it over. You got to take it from pain. That's what I tell everybody. It's like when you got a motive, that's when it kicks in. Yeah. So I started getting biceps. That was the first thing that I knew how to do. So it's like a lot of people see my body now, but the only exercise I did in the gym, I went to Bally's. That's where I saw Phil for the first time. I was young.
You was at Bally's?
Oh, man.
So that means we met before.
I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
My mom took me in there.
Yeah, I used to go to Bally's.
Like you could get right in Severance.
Yeah, because Phil used to go there. Well, I knew Phil from high school.
I would see them and I'd be like, dang, one day I'm going to get like that.
Yeah.
And I was in there. Only thing I did was dumbbell bicep curls, burn out 21s with barbells. I didn't know how to squat. I was scared to bench press. I did that for like a whole year. And then somebody taught me how to do the leg press machine.
Okay.
So I would learn like a exercise every 6 months to a year.
Okay.
So I had like a library of like 5 exercises when you go to the gym. And we could add 6s looking at, older chicks that was in there. That was about it. So my head was like this the whole time.
You were 60. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, because back then it's not the internet and social media wasn't really accessible.
Yeah.
So
and now it's like, dude, I'm telling you, like Phil probably know, but when I was in the 9th grade, I weighed 360 pounds, and by the end of 10th grade, I was 165. Cause we ain't had no internet. You know what I did? What? Ate salads and run with garbage bags on. Oh, that's cold. And I did that like in like 2 years, and that's crazy because we didn't have internet. But
yeah. So if you go on this man's Instagram page, you can see that he competes and everything. Tell the people about I've met one person that competed before. And it's just like the discipline. It's just I wish I had that type of discipline. Because it's not just working out. It's the eating part, the getting rest, the vitamins,
the
protein.
Eating part again.
Yeah, the eating part again. So tell the people like how did you mentally as well as physically, how was it getting in shape in order to compete?
It was I black out a lot during the time of the training, but it's tough. It's tough. It's
black out, like pass out.
Yeah, it took me 8 years to do my first show.
Oh,
because I had so many failed years trying to get ready for a show.
Yeah,
and then I just started getting scared like maybe half of the years.
Yeah,
but the preparation. My best advice I tell anybody that thinks about doing bodybuilding is understand the bodybuilding, weight training, CrossFit, high aerobic. These are all different forms of fitness. And people don't know how to separate that. If you got transformation body goals, you should be training like a bodybuilder.
Okay.
Recovering like a bodybuilder. You should be eating like a bodybuilder.
That sounds like the conversation from earlier today.
Because it's like you're not telling somebody like, yo, I want to go out there, and if you said to me like, hey, I want you to be my trainer, I want to learn how to lift 300 pounds on the bench or squat this, I'll be like, why you want to do that? Because I'm about to go to the compound and try out for the Browns or something. I'll be like, all right, bet. But you got people that say they want like booties and all this stuff. I'm like, you got to know that's a result of a bodybuilding exercise. So
that's why it's called building.
Yeah. Building. Yeah. It's the most simple way to look at it. But to say like a little insight on like the lifestyle, dialing in. I'm in show prep now, so I'm about 30 weeks away.
Okay.
And
so you going to do a show, right?
I'm going pro in November.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Congratulations, man.
This will be, I'm gonna win this show, and then I'm gonna coach, a lot of aspiring bodybuilders, and really teach them about the sport. I want to teach a lot of people about how to live that separation, but popping pills, watching a lot of videos, you got to entertain your mind in the recovery. It's not that hard in the gym. It's just patience in the gym.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, because it seems like it's more when you're trying to like discipline yourself to do what's outside of the gym. Yeah. It sounds like it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, because I tell a lot of people. I know with me, it's. I mean, you had your days, but it's easier working out. But it's the hard part, the eating. The eating is
I told you we before the show we talked the whole conversation that I called my friend and asked him for advice because he does shows too. You know what I'm saying? Asked for advice on how to eat.
Yeah.
And after I got off the phone with him, I was exhausted. And I'm like, but I'm going to ask for the daggone advice. Yeah. And he was telling me everything. He was like, you ain't got to listen to everything I tell you, but this is what I had to do myself. So what I know you train people too. So you train clients and I know that you're what type of trainer would you say you are? As far as, because I've known hard trainers like up in their ass trainers. I've known people that's like laid back. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? I know there's people that's like baby people. You know what I'm saying? What type of trainer would you?
I'm an educator. I want my clients to know I'm not there to push and progress your workout physically. That's on you. You're a grown adult.
Yeah.
I can encourage you. But my goal is to make sure you know if I'm not here what to do. Your first session that you come in, you should be coming in ready to learn.
Yes.
You know, and that's just what it is. And I tell you, the face is like, all right, you're coming into an 8-week block. This is what you should expect to learn. So everything I say to you, because words is the most powerful, make sure somehow you're taking a note of it.
Yeah.
And you try to practice at least one per week.
Yeah.
But as far as the actual, like, in the session workout, the sciences, I stress myself out and I'm doing a better job about it. I'm in love with the science. So when I'm at home, I look at different sequences for general body types. So my specific audience, my favorite audience, is building up functional strength and conditioning for the general public. I like helping out high demand professionals, like people that are working to make a better living for themselves. They don't have a lot of opportunities to be in the gym for 2 hours working out, or they don't have time to really prep all this food and do all that. Yeah. I take a summary of my experience as a bodybuilder and help them learn how to live with their lifestyle with some of the little keynotes that make them live a better life, Yeah.
So with you prepping for your show, would you say it's like a team effort? Do you have like a team around you? Because I know like eating right or whatever, I like meal prepping. You got to meal prep, you got to be working out, you got your vitamin, you got to have like motivation or whatever. So, I mean, do you do everything yourself? Like, meal prepping, and you have like people around you, support system and everything to help you out for your shows?
Right now, this is the first season that I had Nani from Extreme. She's making my chicken.
Nice. Okay.
So shout out to Nani. She's
shout out.
She's putting me together. She's at Extreme Compound. She runs the smoothies, and she's about to launch. I think she is launching her meal prep service. But
okay. Did you have her salads, the salad in the cup?
That chicken,
man, dude. Because she don't sell them anymore. Because I'm a pescatarian, so she was making it with with just like vegetables. So I'm like, this ain't go. Because you see a salad in the cup, you're like, this is whatever. I bought it home, dude. It was so good. It was still filling, and it was like good for you. Yeah. Like shout out.
Shout out. So most of the other stuff, I even try to do more. She'll prep more food for me, but I try to do. That's the discipline. Yeah. Anything that I'm trying to do, I'll do whatever in the gym, but it's me literally making the food, and then my hardest workout is washing all the damn dishes.
Yeah, this is.
You see, I always talk about your food, yo. You see, I be like, man, what you got today? And it be looking good too. It be looking good, but it be looking healthy as hell. I'm like, damn, that's a little bit too healthy for it.
And your taste buds will change too.
You become used to it.
You get used to it. Yep, you don't eat for the taste anymore so much. It's just like when you get to really just see it start happening. Yeah. And you like, once your body, that's something a lot of people don't know, is when your body fat gets to a certain low, that's because you've connected the brain to the muscle with more frequency. It's mind-body connection. So when the body fat is higher, that connection is blocked by a lot of fat. It just can't get to, like, you can't, be able to tell certain muscles to move in like by themselves independently. Yeah. But as the body fat gets lower, right now I got to get my jaw reset and get braces and stuff, just because the body fat's so low, I can shift my own jaw just by clenching. So I got to practice chewing gum on my left side of my mouth, because my right side is tighter on the bite from so much muscle. Yeah.
That is crazy, man.
What's your most irritating part about what you do? What's the most irritating part where you're like, man, I wish I could live without this part of it?
Most irritating part?
I think you talked about it before. The prep of the food.
I would say, damn. The most irritating part is actually trying to, damn. What is the most irritating part of the journey, man? I don't get enough sleep. I like to, like with my if like in the perfect, I did set myself up that was how this bodybuilding journey started. I was like, I'm gonna be a pro bodybuilder, and all I'm gonna do is be viral and be an influencer, and I'm gonna eat, sleep, and work out, and that'll be the rest of my life. I love it. And then you focus so much on the food and the workout, you don't want to record yourself working out no more. You don't want to do all the other stuff. But I would say
it's a lot of recording at the gym too.
Oh man, dude, you just get so with it being so much of my life, it's everywhere. If I talk to a girl, it's like she talking to me about food. My mom, it's like people be siphoning. I can't go nowhere, man. It's like every time I go, but I love it. But it's just I had to learn that with it being so much of my life, I have to be able to keep a part of it for myself that I love.
Yeah.
So that part for me is like I don't want to record myself that often because I like to be in that moment. It's my meditation.
Yeah.
And I feel like I see a lot of people like with cameras and stuff in the gym now, and I love it. I love looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the camera thing, but it's like sometimes I be wanting to do it, but I feel like it's sometimes when you get to it's a part of reflecting on yourself now, because back in the day people used to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? And they have like pictures like this, like pictures. Now after a while it was pictures on their phone. Now a lot of people got like a lot of videos and a lot of moments. You know what I'm saying? And those moments remind them of what they need to do, because you can see when looking at yourself is the best. Sometimes the reflection of yourself is what keeps us. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, but back to that, people recording themselves and stuff in the gym. How with your coaching and you being with your clients, how do you keep your clients grounded? Because now nowadays you have a lot of influencers. You have, I'm not saying no names, but you have influencers who that take illegal substances, but they try, fad diets like eating watermelon for
You talking about old boy? I don't even know.
Yeah. So how do you, when clients come to you and they see these fad diets or they see these influencers online, how do you keep them grounded and get them to do things the right way?
That's tricky, man. It's a battle that happens. I think my clients respect me enough because I'm a walking billboard. I literally, like, my clients they saw me today, my blood sugar dropped, and then y'all got to watch the cam where I fell back. Before that,
what?
like 10 minutes before.
It was on the X Compound page today. I already said I'm suing if they if they can't.
Hey, hold on, talk about your blood sugar dropped.
I be in there careful. Like,
Hey, every time I walk down them steps, when you go in there, I make sure I walk down them steps careful and walk up, because they not putting me on the camera.
Yeah.
I was just coming back to life. I had some gummy bears.
I didn't want to bring it up, but I
didn't see it, man.
I was like,
oh, it's on there. It's on there. And the camera they use, it looked kind of like cartoony too, like the way they have the filters.
How y'all gonna play my boy Adam like that?
It was. We were laughing. I'm happy I ain't smacked my head.
Yeah.
If I would have smacked my head, I would have felt some way. But it's everybody. They, with the influencing and trying to keep them away from it, my clients, they see my like what I strive for and what I do. And then, I can only hope, I mean, they really do admire. I've kept most of the same clients since I started. And a lot of them, they get to see, like, I ain't gonna tell you to just do this for no reason. I'm like, someday you'll be able to do this, and I can lift to the maximum and down to the minimum.
Yeah.
So I think that helps, is like, that most of their, Instagram famous people that they do, is like, you got somebody right in front of you that can do damn near the same weight and do all that weird. It's not too much I can't do physically.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. That's my blessing, to be able to share with people. But I try to guide everyone to say, like, hey, find your way in fitness. It's your superpower. Figure out which one is yours. Like, Steele, this dude is like, this is stuff that, like, if people get to watch this, man, this man's wringing his shirt out in the gym. That's an old school grind, sweat. I mean, that's the same type of meditation that I love. It's like, he's in there, he's singing. You could feel he ain't looking for nobody.
Yeah.
He's in there, whatever he's going in his body and feeling, it's like he's connected to it. Yeah. He's not thinking about
me?
it. Yeah.
So
that type of stuff is what I point out to clients all the time, is like, you got to ask yourself, because when you get the result, perception is through your eyes.
Yeah.
You may not, a lot of people don't even see that they really change.
Yeah. That's
it's kind of crazy, because it's like, a lot of people, like, I didn't know you work out that hard. Like, I mean, he said the same thing, and then, like, Nina Turner came to me the other day and was like, I thought you had a trainer. Because she was like, how hard you work out. And I'm like, nah, I got to do it for myself because I'm doing it again. So it's kind of like, and then it's kind of like, this is my final time trying to get in better shape. And then when I find myself getting what's them things called, the plateaus, got to figure it out again. Got to talk to somebody like one of y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know Will and Derek, they come to people like, yeah, I know you ain't asking. Well, what you over here doing? And Phil, all that day, Phil, he saw me. He came out of from up the top, came down there like, man, what you doing, man? That ain't how you supposed to be. I'm like, dude, you all the way up there. Yeah, but it's all love at that gym.
Man.
Dude, it's all family.
I learned so much from them, man. Every day, man. But it's, man, this journey, like you said with plateaus, it's like everybody goes through them, and it's like even, I'm gonna go through them. Everybody's gonna go through them, but you said the key component. We all gotta talk and communicate. And I try to tell people all the time, like, it's cool if you want to get your own. So, like, I like personally to work out by myself.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm the same.
I'm the same. I like to work out by myself.
Me too.
Because it's like, I start talking. I noticed it the other day. I'm like, damn, man, they talk too much during their workout. I'm like, I don't like talking that much. And then next thing you know, I'll be in the workout and I'll be talking.
Because it's 2 days I work out with people, and I ain't gonna lie, I dread it a little bit. Like, I hope they ain't watching. But I kind of dread it a little bit. One person, though, like the little young dude, you don't work on Saturdays. But I wouldn't bring him up there because he don't talk. Like, I don't even know him. But we've been working out together for like 2 years.
Oh, that's cool.
but he's like, he listens and he works out. But then sometimes when you with your really good friends, man, you get to chopping it up.
I'm glad I don't have no friends.
I'm not glad you got no friends. I just noticed you don't have no friends.
And it's like, it's tempting. You can't stop. So it's like, I've been trying to meditate in my workouts, but it's hard, man. I know when I'm doing, like, I'm trying to go into a different level, I got to pull at least twice a week. I got to be like, all right, let me get somebody.
Yeah. Because I am that person that be like, man, I'm going to go to this party and I ain't going to say nothing to nobody. And then I end up going to the party and I'm the last person to leave and I'm talking to everybody in there. He already know. Be like, I thought you ain't want to go. Like, man, start having too much fun. You know what I'm saying? But some people are, and then you be like, they done messed up. No, you done messed up because you went and you start running your mouth. Yeah. But sometimes it's good to have fun, but not in the gym. The gym is, I mean, it's fun. It's okay to have fun in the gym, but I'm just saying, like,
the gym is fun.
But don't get sidetracked every day you come and just running your mouth.
That's true, dude.
Because you'll find, dude.
And looking at them women.
Yeah. Yes. And then you would get so sidetracked. And then you find yourself like, why ain't getting no results? Because you done
talking and gawking.
And y'all know me. Y'all know me for years. I'm very loquacious. Like, I talk a lot. That's my favorite.
Don't say it.
Yeah, that's my. What Phil said the other day. He said you work from home. They said you home to work from home because they know you talk too much.
This is the most dialed in I think I've seen you in years. In the years I've known you in your workouts.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this your year, man.
Yeah, that's
like
what.
This dude, man. Like, I didn't know you worked out that hard for real. Mm-hmm. Like, at Lifetime, I saw you work out a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think we crossed paths at a couple other gyms, but this time I'm like, oh, he going from the bench to the press. He doing jumping jacks. I was like, oh, something happening right now.
Yeah, I really gotta get it, and I feel It's some stuff going on. Yeah, I want to get back to dude. You ever look on my Facebook page and look at what Phil used to do when I used to help him with the marketing for Naturally Gifted. How small I was. Like,
I gotta check it.
Dude, I'll show you after the show. I was hecka small.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you got a question?
So, what's next for you? What are you, other than, you competing, maybe it might be a vacation, resting or whatever. Like, so what you got in store, man?
Vacation, man. I wanna, my goal is to dial in. I have a son. My son is 2.
Okay.
And that's my prince of the world, my angel, man. So I only want to be as good as my dad. So right now I'm refreshing myself on camping skills, fishing, all that stuff. So I look forward to taking some trips to get dialed in with nature, and then just trying to bring people closer together, man. That's the goal.
You see, he started smart because he got a son. He loved his son. So you ever seen "Don't Be a Menace"? His son taller than him. His son 9, but his son taller than him, and his son be reading to him too. Now his son's super smart.
Yeah, my
so
son. Yeah.
He like
he get that from his mom because he don't get it from me.
Exactly.
He said he be reading.
But I love hearing like other men, especially black men, talk about spending time with their son because I do a lot of community work. I work with a lot of kids and everything. Talk to a lot of kids who don't have that father figure role in their life or whatever, and talking to them, they always say that's what they lack. They wish they had it or whatever. So I just love hearing other fathers, black fathers talk about spending time with their kids, especially their sons. And
Thank God that I have my father in my life because it's like I would be lost, and I see all these guys that be lost because they don't have their father in their life and how they view life. Because I remember I was having a conversation with somebody earlier. It was somebody that I know, and he was talking about he was in a relationship with his girl and he put his hands on her. I'm like, you cannot do, bro. You can't do that, right? But I just realized he never had his father around him, right? And he thought that was normal. I mean, in friendships, because you like, dude, I can't be around a dude that's beating on his woman. But he never had that normality of having a father around him to say, what I'm saying? My father, like, yo, you can't be putting your hands on a woman. And my father, I never seen my father put his hands on my mother. And you will have people be like, well, the kids know when their father beating their mama. The kid, they're the first ones to know. But yeah, so thanks for share that information. You know what I'm saying? We're about to go into the next part of the show. We're about to talk about. Don't
leave. I hope Terrence ain't getting on your nerves too much.
Yeah. Oh no.
Don't leave
good company, man.
Dude, just be quiet, man. Biden campaign uses Kendrick Lamar diss track to attempt to attack Trump's policies and his clothes. They say, "I hate the way that you dress," and him and what's her name, Harris. So President Biden, Biden's re-election campaign has co-opted Kendrick Lamar attack on Drake to attack Donald Trump, overlaying the lyrics to the Compton rapper's Euphoria on top of the text insults about the former president in a bizarre TikTok clip. How y'all feel about that?
Well, it's an election year, and these politicians are pandering for the black vote. So what?
Every year.
Yeah. So what else?
Every year, and it's like
because all we know as black people, all we know is rap music.
No, we know chicken too.
Yeah, and chicken. But yeah, so I mean, what better way than to get the black vote than to use rap music and chicken?
Well, I think that when I see a lot of that happening, I think a lot of times too they don't cater to like the more the and I'm not saying that there are black people that are more inclined to be thinkers of the black community, but there are a lot of times they cater more to the black people that really don't vote anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, which is weird because they feel like sometimes if I cater to people that don't vote, they're a part of that community, so they're going to tell someone that do vote to how to vote. You know what I'm saying, and I think a lot of times it's. I'm not saying that I don't want to discuss politics and who I'm voting for or whatever anything like that, but I just feel like. Either side, they're just annoying.
Yeah,
like they're just annoying. It's just like no it's just like because, especially when it comes to black people, like because it's kind of like it feel like they're so. One thing I have learned a lot about over the years because of access and because of like wanting to be outside of myself is different cultures and different races and different type of people. That's one thing I've learned about. Yeah. And these people, they have more access to things, and they seem like they just want to learn the surface of stuff, which is so weird to me. Yeah. Just go ahead.
I mean, I feel like, there's a time to have fun, and you can have fun or whatever, but I just see why, like, a lot of countries just don't take the United States serious because it's just like, when you have your politicians and your leaders acting like this on both sides, it's just... Like, how can we respect a country like that? It's just like That's how I look at it.
I mean, you already know that I'm gonna say I love America anyway because my parents came to America.
Yeah,
it's for a better. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people be like, well, other countries but if you don't have like America is the place to be. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
It's a free place. Man.
It's a free place.
It's a free
place. Like, because a lot of people be like, man, other countries it's so much. Because I be talking to like it'd be like fraternity brothers I'd be talking to. It'd be like and I'd be listening, but I never say anything. But they'd be like, I want to leave America because of all this racism. And I'd be like, how does it affect you? And they'd be like, I'm telling the truth, dude. I mean, how does it affect you? And they can't really tell a direct story on how it affects them personally. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like sometimes, like I've talked on the show before, sometimes a lot of trauma is taught to us. And we don't even deal with that trauma that actually happened because it's a way to tell you who to be, how to be. You know what I'm saying? And white people are guilty of that too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they tell you who to be, how to think. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They tell you who I am. Don't even know who I am. And you come to me like, oh my God, I'm so surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because
that was good.
yeah, but it just be so weird that we so conditioned to be like to be the negative part of who we. Not even the negative part of who we are. The negative part that the media shows us who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, like a lot of times, I'll be talking to barbershop is the funniest place when you just listen to dudes be talking about all this stuff they go through that's not really affecting them. I'm not saying racism exists. Mm-hmm. Yeah, racism exists. There's a certain degree of in the capitalist society, there's a certain degree where the wealth is distributed unfairly. You know what I'm saying? That it actually does exist, but I'm just saying like a lot of times they try to tell you who to be, and it ain't really. It doesn't make sense. But go ahead. You were saying.
I'll say it's huge in Ohio too, man. That's something that I've talked to a lot of my family and friends about. Is like, man, I lived in Florida for almost 3 years, and that was like, and I traveled. So I worked for. So
you crazy? Go ahead.
I was right in Miami too. I was a manager at True Religion. Like denim. I was in fashion for a while before I got into fitness.
Okay.
And I was still working out and stuff, but I traveled. I was a visual manager, so throughout the year, I traveled 6 months out of the year, different states, and just check out the stores and stuff. But Ohio, man, I love my family and my people. It's the mindset of like every culture is messed
They're all
up,
stuck.
Man. But it's like it's just the mindset of how the economy is here, which I love now. Like how extreme and seeing entrepreneurs like ourselves paving the way to be like, hey, we can do something different and try to change our perspective versus complaining about. You ain't getting no promotion or you ain't getting no money and you trying to blame everybody for something. But, and then even down to my son's biracial. Mm-hmm. And it's like, so I've got to see, the different side in that household and my son's mother's household. And I got to see how, I've dated damn near every race, man. Mm-hmm. So I've seen how that, we all cling to our family ties. It's all how you were raised. Yeah. Is what it comes down to. In my family, it's like, I have a mixed demographic in my family. So it's like, I tell people, how you carry your mindset is everything. You have a choice. You got the freedom in the U.S. Yeah. I'm talking to, individuals now where it's like, they're coming from different countries where it's like, bro, like, you say, how many days a week you want to work? Like, bro, I work every day. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what do you mean you work every day? I love what I do. This is my business. This is my craft. I work every single day. I pray and I do this. So I've been talking to a lot of more spiritual cultures that are doing stuff like that. But, we're all going to make it, man. We're going to be good. As long as we just remember, it's like we can't do it on our own.
And a lot of times when I hear people talk like that, it's not even about what's going on in America. It's about what's going on within them. Yeah. Like when I hear people talk about it and they put it out to the universe, like it's crazy. I just can't live in America anymore. Like America is just, and I'll be like, well, how does it affect you personally? And the thing about it is, they show you what's happening, right? Because a lot of that stuff is happening. It's happening. I'm not saying it's not happening. But they show you what's happening and they tell you how you should feel too. And guess who's telling you how to feel? Somebody that don't even look like you. Somebody white. Telling you from CNN. Telling you, this is how you should feel. It's like, no, this is how I get it and I understand that we need change and things have changed, you know what I'm saying, somewhat. You know what I'm saying? I understand we do need change, but it's like, don't tell me how to feel and tell me how to deal with life. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like a lot of times too, we have on another side where we have black people in like the rap industry and like music and like entertainment telling me I shouldn't love my brothers. I shouldn't love my, black women. You know what I'm saying? Because we speak like these things, and these thoughts are actually, it become, what's the word I'm looking for? Unconscious. It's in your unconscious.
That's what's trifling.
It's in your unconsciousness where you're just feeling like, like certain music you listen to, it does. Eric, I don't even think Eric listens to rap music no more. He's a sellout. But certain music you listen to, it does put something different in you. It does put something. I sent him that. I sent him that Meg Thee Stallion video today. He a pervert. So. You see her new video?
No.
She has, dude. She's like, she might as well just didn't. She might as well.
That's why I can't.
She might as well just did it naked. He gonna say, and can I embarrass you a little bit? Right. He gonna say, you said that to me, and I gotta look at all these bad built women all day. She has no clothes on in the video.
Stop.
It's like, and it's a video game.
Why you send me this stuff?
It's a video because I know you're a pervert. So.
I'm trying to leave.
Yeah, I got my mental value.
I'm trying to
wear. I'm trying.
I'm trying to live a clean, healthy lifestyle.
It's all it is. It's just entertainment, dude. Like it's not like it's like. I think it's just entertainment. The song ain't talking about nothing. The song ain't really talking about nothing. I shouldn't dog her like that. The song ain't talking about nothing. It's just she just wants.
It's something about these producers now. Isn't that what the producers that make the beats and stuff?
Yeah.
It's down on like a science level. They understand how 27 beats per minute.
Yeah.
And the music, it actually captivates how the body moves.
Yeah. And it's crazy like watching that video and watching her too. What is her thing with these snakes?
It's supposed to be
it's like so demonic to me though.
No,
it's a whole.
It's supposed to be that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh no, I thought that one.
Yeah, I'm like
I heard what she was putting out there.
Yeah, I'm like everything is with snakes.
Yeah, she's talking about some dick.
Okay.
Yeah,
you climbing up. It's either a tree branch.
Yeah.
They
every video is with snakes. I'm like, damn, Megan.
Yeah. So, you politicians. You can talk about policies. You ain't gotta use rap music. So.
Yeah, you don't. Like we could just talk about. Yeah, we could talk about. Let's talk about something else. Like why they always got put. But I feel like rap music runs us though too. Not us, but it runs. It runs in your mind that's the biggest part of black culture. In them, and when people don't understand each other, they just go off what they understand.
Yeah, but
or what they feel like they know.
Yeah, but I can focus without the rap music.
Yeah, cause
I ain't hating them.
All right. The Hochul,
whatever.
New York governor. She was doing a speech. And she was talking about how black kids in the Bronx they don't even know what a computer is. Here we go again, politics and telling you who you are and telling you exactly how everybody think and just it's the year of voting where we always want to play these black cards, white cards, and whatever religious cards. I don't know, man. A lot of times it's really annoying because it's a way to stay away from the real things that actually affect us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's best to vote locally.
Go ahead. I know people probably about to come for me on my take on this because I watched the video. And
I think we're gonna kind of agree though.
I'm gonna say she was wrong.
She was wrong, but she didn't. Her intentions was not. After you watch the video, her intentions was not to degrade black people.
No, well, I think she could have. I think at the moment she was doing it, that's probably the first word that popped in her head. Yeah. And she could have chose a different word. Because she said something, but she was speaking.
It was her. This was her intention. So go ahead. But
for she was at a conference for underprivileged, in New York. But it's crazy because
Talk about the demographics though.
Yeah, but the demographics is, she used black kids as an example, and Hispanic and Latinos in the Bronx make up like 54.3% of the Bronx, and blacks is like 46% or whatever. So it's just crazy that she chose the minority to the majority, which is Hispanics or Latinos or whatever. But I mean, she was wrong and she apologized for it. But I just think she said they didn't know or understand the word computer. But I just felt like that was the first word that popped in her head. And I don't think she intentionally did it. But I know people will be mad at me.
It's like she did. No, they're not gonna be mad because if you watch the whole video, it's like a lot of times now we have because we got social media.
Yeah.
Like hot topics are like driven off like keywords and just like and not even studying or even taking access to make an assessment of whole videos. It's just like we just see parts of videos and be like, this gonna hit, this gonna make people, because they want to tell you how to feel.
Yeah,
they want to tell you how to feel. So they're like, oh, let's make black people mad so she doesn't get back in office. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that she really. I agree with you. I don't think she really meant like black kids are so stupid. But she wanted to talk more about poorer people, and she wanted you to feel some type of way, like, well, black kid, and then sometimes it's somebody totally different than you telling you how to, what I said earlier, telling you how to feel and don't even know you totally as a person.
Yeah, I think that instead of her just picking a race, if she would have just said underprivileged or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it probably would have went, it still would have.
This is the first show I'm seeing a trend where we talk about race a lot. But
but
this is the first show.
But, I mean, I don't think she intentionally did it, even though she was wrong and she apologized for it. Sometimes we get into conversations and we start talking and we say the wrong word.
Because sometimes our ignorance can make us more educated on certain things too. Yeah. Just like like back in the day, I used to say Oriental, or I used to say, or like everybody that was Asian, like say Chinese or whatever. Like, but after a while, getting older, I was ignorant. Yeah. After a while, getting older, I start learning that there are different types of Asians. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There are Japanese, there are Chinese, there's Vietnamese. There are different types of Asians. So hopefully, what I'm saying is hopefully she learned from what she was talking about. I don't think she was the worst person I agree with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But with it being like a clickbait topic, her saying that, it was pretty clickbait. Do you have anything to say about it?
I need to watch more politics. But it's I mean, I feel like you just gotta know the power of word. Yeah. And when you get a like a mic moment, when you get opportunity, you got cameras on you. Yeah. So usually if you say something that can be kind of like steered in different directions that can really impact somebody, like saying something that's uncouth like that, it's like you saying to yourself, like, all right, well, I don't really think too much before I say stuff, but I mean, everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, they do, and everybody want the black vote right now. So it's kind of like it's like everybody like how to level things off. Black people, we need black votes, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of times that's a big part of the campaigns in the last. I would say the last couple of decades. It started with Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like the black vote is like very, very. No, it's not before Obama.
Shout out Obama.
Yeah, I think before Obama. I think around Clinton. Yeah. That's when it was like the black vote was so important. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, but they treat the black vote like they like monkeys or something. Like, let's just throw you a little banana and have you, have you happy for a minute.
Like it's a raffle.
Yeah, it's very insensitive too. Yeah, like how they treat the black vote, but they feel like they oversensitize it to where it's not even sensitive anymore.
and truly, we all, just because we black, we all don't think the same. We all don't have I don't want to say value. We all have different values. You know what I'm saying? We all have different.
Because I don't think like you. But anyway, there's an investigation launched after he was compared to a monkey on a poster in the New York School art show.
New York again?
Yeah, I just feel like that's so stupid. Like if y'all watch it and see, like y'all should know that there's certain things you don't say about certain cultures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and monkeys is one black people we don't like that.
Yeah.
Like we're never gonna get to the point where it's like, you know what, you can compare us to monkeys. There's no problem with that. This is 2024. There's a certain stuff you don't compare certain cultures to.
Yeah,
You know what
so
I'm
it was
saying?
a school art show, and it was for a cereal advertisement called Monkey Premium, and the art piece was done by New Hartford Central School District in New York, and later showed off in the school gymnasium at the New Hartford Festival of the Arts event. The racist poster displayed in the school art show featured images of LeBron James and monkeys, and had a headline that read, "Eat monkeys, jump like monkeys." The additional text read, "These delicious monkey and banana-shaped grams taste like both chocolate and banana. This cereal makes you jump 2 to 5 inches higher for about 2 hours after eating. It is a great pregame meal, and it's also great for kids. It is fun and the most delicious cereal you will ever eat."
You can stop reading that nonsense. It's pretty stupid, and it's just like, once again, people not thinking before they put stuff out. It's nonsense.
Well, I know the school district said that the teacher, not the student that made the poster or the advertisement, the teacher will be punished because it shouldn't have got past the teacher's approval.
The student put it out?
The student made the advertisement.
Okay, question: Do you think it's a learning experience for the teacher, or do you think it's a punished experience? Like, do you think where it's like, yeah, let's have a conversation, or do you think
something like that? I don't even see how I got past.
Yeah, you should be.
What was the race of the kid that made the?
They can't. They said
yeah, but you know, with kids,
they can't disclose
stuff
the,
with
because the kid is a
yeah,
minor. And everything.
If they're minors, you can't.
And then if they say if the kid get punished, they can't.
The only time they can expose or display what kids are is if they die.
How old was the kid?
They was in high school.
So the kid made an art and put like some type of, and the teacher posted.
Yeah, and the teacher approved it for it to get into the art show.
I mean, that's that kid's art form. It's America.
Yeah. Was the kid black? They can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like it's voting year, so everything is about race. Everything is about sensitivity. Everything is about how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Because mental health is a big part of the country right now, and sometimes mental health could be just twisted into like anything to make for a reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I saw somebody, and I don't want to say this but I saw somebody posting something about and they was talking about their mental health, and I swear, like, I was reading it, like it was on Facebook or on Instagram or wherever it was. I don't want to say where it was, but it was like people just be making up stuff that they are. Like, they just be like self-diagnosing themselves. Like, I suffer from illegral.
See, I'm trying not to laugh.
I suffer from illegral disposition, and then people like, "Oh my God, do you?" I just made that up, but but that's how people, like, a lot of stuff is like, and I'm not trying to knock anybody that's because we all suffer from stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? People suffer from anxiety, but I feel like sometimes it's an excuse to be less than it's an excuse to deny yourself accountability sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
go ahead. You was about to say something.
Oh, yeah. You want to add
I agree with. I mean, dude, you got a good angle on it. And I mean, a lot of people. People don't really think about COVID survivors.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a condition.
Yeah.
I would say everybody, you got COVID before, right?
not that I know of. Not that I know of. Hey, the whole time.
You caught COVID?
Yeah, you didn't catch COVID?
Yes, it was
dude,
it was the worst. I told you about that.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I thought
I got OG COVID. when it first, like everybody. Was
Yeah. That's
I
what
was like, I caught it in that first.
Yeah, I caught the first strand, and I was like, I remember it got to the point where I was like praying, like, God, if you let me make it through this, I would change so much. I forgot everything I said I was going to change in my life, but I was like, God, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, see, I didn't catch it, not that I know, but my son caught it. My son had a special case, like 14% of kids got, it's called Miss C, and it's like a multi-inflammatory, it was like all his like vital organs were inflamed. He had a fever of like 103 or something like that, 102, 103, and they had to rush him down to Cleveland Clinic, main campus.
Is bad, bro.
Yeah, he was down there for like a week. He had like, because this was like when COVID.
Damn.
Yeah, you know,
How was yours?
Specialists and everything coming in.
I was rough, man. People were coming to my door, bringing me food and praying over me and stuff. It was bad.
Yeah,
man.
it was really.
But I was swinging that point just to be like, there's a lot of stuff that we got messed up from that, and then there was another strain that came from that. So it's like, I catch people all the time just. They're still living in that COVID where it's like they were, they might work for Progressive and they were used to going to the office. My best friend was like that. Walked around the office and that was he loved his life. Yeah. And then he went
because Progressive is a great company to work for.
He was loving it.
He
found his love in there. He had a little shorty in there. And
they pay you good. You can walk around and it's just like, and you don't do much work. But you do enough work.
You do enough.
Yeah, I'm saying you do enough work. But they're so progressive there. Yeah.
And then he got out, and it's like now COVID, where he was at home, and it was like some people are still at home doing a lot of work, and it's like I always keep that in mind when I interact with different types of people because I had to come out of that. That was one of my choices is when COVID changed up, I had to say to myself, like, all right, am I going to be able to pivot to be online? I'm working towards being more resourceful by bringing a team and using that online. It's not my strong suit.
Yeah.
But, man, everybody's got something, like you said, man.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just have to be more mindful.
Be mindful of people.
Sorry about that, man. I didn't know about your son stuff, man.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Yeah, man. I'm blessed he made it through, man. Yeah.
Final part of the show. This is Eric's favorite part of the show. Go ahead.
And this is our part of the show where we will discuss our featured topics, and we have 3 topics left. Terrence made them up or came up with them.
Yeah, I picked out the
Yeah. So, you like to get the credit and everything.
Well, I mean, because
that's why you cheat. Like, yeah.
I mean, because he had nothing to do with these topics for the last 4 topics that we chose. He said he was tired. So
man, I was burnt, man.
Yeah, he was like, I'm burnt out. But go ahead.
My brain was burnt out, man. So topic number 1 is creativity lost in entertainment, and I think we can just expand that to like fashion, anything, whatever you want to talk about or whatever. So that's topic number 1. Topic number 2, how do you feel about total police immunity?
Yeah.
I know you just waiting to talk about that, aren't you?
Well, that's what I mean. That's another part of the whole politics that they're like. Trump was talking about that. He say if he become president again, he's gonna push for total police immunity. And that I'm like he gotta say something after that, but he didn't. He just said that that was just where he was stuck at.
And topic number 3, value of life versus being wealthy.
Good topics.
Look, he like yes.
They were
so he going to mix them up because he.
They were pretty good topics because I chose them. And Eric had nothing to do with it, so they suck. So pretty much
I love your bowl with it.
Yeah, the bowl part of the show.
A lot of bowls so big.
Yeah, the bowl is part of the bowl.
Wait, so who picks it?
You pick it.
I pick it. Oh, so okay, I see it now. Okay.
Why you talking about the bowl? Now you gotta dig in the bowl.
The bowl been with us for like 50-something episodes.
No, because I'm like, why is he scrambling that?
Like it's a whole bunch of stuff in there.
I'm like, couldn't you just toss it? All right. Topic 3.
Topic number 3, value of life versus being wealthy.
No, value versus wealth.
So value, like wealth.
Okay.
Value.
Well,
Value of what? Go ahead and explain it.
just values, just like anything that like
Life values.
yeah, it's like a lot of people put wealth before anything.
Okay.
Like people like people be like, hey, I would do porn, and they still feel like they're missing something in life, but they do porn versus because it makes a lot of money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in capitalism right now, right? So people want to be like, okay, I would do more topics as far as like if you watch certain YouTube shows, right? People will like go and lie on other people on YouTube shows because they get clicks and views, and that's money.
Yeah.
So I think that how much are you willing? How much of your value of your soul are you willing to give up for money? Yeah. That's a lot, and a lot of people are very free with their souls.
Okay.
Nowadays, go ahead.
So how do you want me to explain this from like, or is my values more important?
Yeah.
Wealth, or I would say yeah. I feel like a lot of times that's probably why I'm not wealthy, because I'm not like cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like underhanded or cold hearted.
But don't you think sometimes you got to give a little to get a little?
Yeah, but I think a lot of times it's like how I was raised, and
we all were raised.
Yeah,
I was raised pretty correct.
Yeah,
I was a preacher.
Yeah, growing up, it's just like I've been.
Yeah.
It's like I've been, raised to give, to help people.
But what did Ronnie say on Players Club?
Yeah, so it's just a lot of times I don't just allegedly. I don't just want to say allegedly, or people, you hear people talk like
about a lot talking about allegedly.
When they talk about in order for you to be wealthy, sometimes you have to be cutthroat.
Sometimes you have to be selfish. That's
you
have to be selfish in order to. And to me, sometimes is it truly? Because sometimes we base how bad people are based on how we are, and then sometimes it's like, is this person really bad, or is this person just doing something for themselves? Sometimes I find myself like in certain situations where a friend didn't do something for me that I've done for them, right?
Okay.
And I'll be like, oh, that person, like my basement. Remember my basement flooded?
Yeah.
And that dude that I used to be cool with?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, the friendship. He's still alive. But my basement flooded, and I called my parents to help me. You know what I'm saying? This dude was here, stayed at my house, was upstairs asleep at my house. You know what I'm saying? Watch clothes here, right? And my basement flooded, and my parents was helping me with the basement. Parents know him, like, hey, I ain't gonna say his name, he ain't gonna come help. And he like came downstairs like, man, I gotta go, and just left when my basement flooded. Does that seem something wrong? Does that seem like something wrong?
Yeah.
It's not wrong. That's just who he is. He's a selfish, but it's me that have to not deal with somebody like that, right? But what he did wasn't wrong. He's not obligated to help me.
Yeah.
Even though we've been friends. No, he's not. How's he obligated? You're speaking on. Let's say the Bible didn't exist. Let's say you're speaking on the sense of you and your value system.
No, I'm like, I gave you shelter.
He didn't live here, so he didn't have to help me. He just come around and we kick it, we talk, or he washes clothes here sometimes.
But that's resources you work for.
But he's not obligated to. I shouldn't. Why am I helping him? Because a lot of times I already knew he was that type of person.
So he was basically,
he was like that with his family. He was like that with his wife. He was like that. He's just a selfish person.
So basically, you saying that he's not obligated because he don't share the same values as.
Yeah, he's not obligated because he don't share the same values as me. But I don't. and just like I'm not obligated to be cool with him, because
I kind of think I know somebody like that. I kind of, and I love him. He's a good dude. He's like a brother.
Yeah,
but he's like that type. I look up to a lot of stuff that he. A lot of things about him, but I know if something like that happened, I don't know. I mean, I think I wouldn't freak out if he was like, Nah, man, I gotta go.
You wanna know? You wanna know what dude said when I called him? I was like, dude, man, why you like Lee like that? You know what he said? He said you got it fixed, didn't you?
Oh no, I would have had to run in your mouth. You gonna do your laundry at my house?
He a big dude too.
Oh yeah,
he a big dude, but I ain't scared of him. He a good look. I was about to say.
Yeah, you gotta let him roll. Then you gotta learn from that mistake.
We were friends for over 20-something years.
Oh, that's cold, man. No, that ain't your friend. Then, I'll say that then. That ain't your friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I realize that.
Straight up.
I realize that.
And I don't mean to say it in that context.
It's crazy because somebody was like, asked me about him working somewhere. And this was after, like, he asked me about him working somewhere. And I was like, and I don't know if I'm a hater. I was like, man, nah, I don't really fool with that dude. Like, but y'all was boys, you know, how you feel about him working? I was like, he gotta get that on his own. I ain't about to recommend this. I was like, I ain't about to recommend this dude. But go ahead, what was you about to say?
No, I was just saying, like, do you think a person with good life values can they transition that into wealth?
Yeah. I mean,
but can they keep those same values and not change up in order to attain that wealth?
It's probably hard, but
I don't
because most of these preachers, they like, man, they kind of like cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? I be watching. You know who I used to listen to a lot, and I'd be like, man, and I don't want to say nothing bad about him, but I used to be a big time dark skinned dude. What's his name? Was married to that AKA. What's his name? Oh my God! Not TD Jakes. The other one.
Young preacher.
Was it Creflo?
Not Creflo. The other one. And his wife was on like a show.
Bald head.
Yeah, bald head.
I know how you.
His wife was like on the show.
I forgot it.
Yeah, but I used to listen to him tough, and he was pretty. He sometimes some of the stuff he said be sounding pretty cutthroat to me. It's a lot of these preachers because I feel like sometimes money turn you to somebody different, and even like preaching on the pulpit, you gotta. Churches don't run on good word all the time.
Yeah. So I mean, both. Okay, so you and Adam, y'all both have, good life values. You would say, right? Mm. So can you see you changing your life values in order to attain wealth, to reach a certain point of wealth where you have to change your values or do something different that you don't agree with in order to attain that wealth?
Mm-hmm. His name's Jamal Bryant, but go ahead.
No, it was I'll say I've had some experiences where it's like I've had right now this is my richest life. Mm-hmm. Minus a few things. So that's something, and I'm saying, like, I had, where I've had months where it's like I hadn't looked at my bank account, and I just go do what I want. If I want to take a trip, if I want to spend some money, if I want to buy something. And it's like you do all this stuff and you think about why you're buying stuff, and for real, if it's not to, provide the essentials, like you need somewhere to stay, you need somewhere to drive, like, if it's not so you can live a functional life, then it's to influence somebody else. Like, you buy this, it might make you feel good, but is it really your perception? Because it's like somebody would give you a compliment on it. You know what I'm saying? They would compliment you if you got that hat, and and that makes you feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So I say, like, I don't know, my value personally, I usually it's just if I hit my markers. It's like, if I say to myself, that money ain't worth it, man. I've been asked to do everything under the sun, man, for some money. You name it. I could have did it all for some money with this body, and it's like
something strange, some piece of change.
Man. It's like, you end up asking yourself at the end of the day, it's like, what can you? Money ain't even real. Yeah. And I mean, really, yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times people chase the wealth and they just so focused on the money, and they don't think about the consequences. Afterward.
And we're starting to see a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With celebrities, especially these black celebrities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some white celebrities too, like Epstein. he dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not Epstein. Yeah, Epstein is dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He passed away because money. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Weinstein. Weinstein. What's his name? Weinstein. Yeah, he passed away. Well, he didn't pass away. He's in prison. Money. R. Kelly. Money. Puffy going through what he going through. Money. Chasing something because of wealth, and putting value system out the window.
I mean, do you think they was doing it because they was chasing wealth, or just because they had wealth they could just like, hey,
both
of them?
Both. You know what I'm saying? Both. I feel like a lot of people, and then rich people do rich stuff, and then when you do certain things, it puts you closer. I'm not saying I'm really like talking about the Illuminati, and I believe so much in the Illuminati, but there's certain things that people ask people to do things like, if you do this, you'll get this.
Could you see yourself doing?
No. Not on the show. But what exactly are they asking me to do? No.
Yeah, I mean, could you like see yourself changing some of your values or morals or whatever?
What is you a psychiatrist?
I'm just asking a question. We having a conversation. This is the topic.
What values though? Like let's say somebody came in right now and be like, yo, what this show is missing is you doing it by yourself.
Okay.
Let's sell Eric out, and we give you $10 million.
If you don't take that $10 million,
I'll take it.
If you don't keep me,
I'm like Eric. I'll give you this $200,000 just so you can be quiet.
$200,000.
Oh, you want a whole million?
That's nice.
I'm like, Eric, I'm gonna give you this $200. Yeah. They just gave me like $10,000 to do this show by myself. Yeah. But sometimes money does not make it, from what I've read, money does not cure all your problems, and you still gonna go back to being depressed if you were depressed, and you still gonna go back to being yourself. But it does help a lot of bills though.
Yeah, but you see it all the time, and you see a lot of people with money who that have wealth or whatever. They feel alone. They feel like they can't really trust nobody because they feel like everybody around them is because of the money. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes I see a lot of them happy too. Sometimes I see a lot of them happy and partying and just living a life. Yeah. Sometimes I see a lot of that.
Do you?
I mean, maybe it's maybe I should chase some money.
Yeah, but
I've seen like two sides of where if somebody's chasing the money, most people I see chasing money, they get it. And they get it in a short period because it's like that's all they think about. And it's like I met God rest my best friend, one of my best friends. He's no longer alive. This was actually the condominium that I remember him living at last. His mom lived here too, which is funny to be talking about it. But I mean, dude, I watched him reach millions.
This is a studio, but go ahead.
It's nice though. I seen him get to millions for nothing. I watched him do it and what he did with it, and then I've watched where people are like, hey, the money was attracted to him. I want to be the person where it's like I don't think about. I just know I can get what I want because
that is really super crazy because I had a really good friend in college that got like a lot of money, and I'm not gonna tell the whole story because I saw he got a lot of money. He worked in California with and I saw he got killed too. And I was wondering and I just remember him like he always was chasing money. Always was chasing.
Yeah,
he was always, even when he became very successful, rich, he still used to call me big bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean,
show me some money.
I mean, I know somebody that that chases money. They have lots of cars, a house, and they not happy with themselves. They're not happy. They still searching for their self. They still searching for their values. But that's all they talk about is money, and it's just like.
But we've had enough people that we talked to that we consider pretty successful, and they still have issues with their life. And, their mental health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because money doesn't cure mental health.
No,
it doesn't. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You say
no, I'm
more money, more problems.
More money, more problems.
You get more freedom to do bad decisions.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for coming out to the show, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Got any shout outs?
You want to?
Shout out Men of Valor on behalf of Impact Ministries. They've really changed my life over the course of the last 2+ years. Shout out to you guys, Thought OPPS. You guys are incredible for having me on here. Shout out to Extreme Compound.
Yes.
My man Phil, Will, the whole crew, D, Nee, the whole family, Haas, everybody. I mean, I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Shout out to God, Jesus Christ, first and foremost. You know.
There you go.
But,
yeah, we want to thank y'all for watching another episode of Thought Ops. Next week, I'm going to have a new host.
Yeah, he won't be here.
He will. I own this place, so I will be here.
He gonna roll dice.
No, next week we're going to have Tia on the show.
Yeah, we gonna roll
and when you meet her, you're gonna like her. She fun.
He's
She fun.
shout out Chaz.